lo quiero, lo tengo. No, gracias.
We're in front right here. Obviously, massive win to kick off Noche UFC. I guess, what are the emotions now that, we've been talking about this big sphere card and, you had the honor of kicking it off, but now that we're through it, you got through the fight, how are you feeling?
Um, First, I just want to thank God. I feel blessed to be where I am right now. Like, I feel like full of emotions right now because I'm 19 years old. This is my fifth fight in the UFC in the company. I'm 4-1. I would like to say 4 finishes, but either way, that was a good experience. And more than anything, I made history being the first fighter to ever get their hand raised inside of the spear. Um, I'm thankful for everything that I have just at this age. Like right now, I'm wearing a whole thing from Dolce Gabbana that I was able to buy myself. Like I'm not trying to be cocky or nothing. I'm just trying to say how grateful I am to be where I am just at 19 years old. So, I'm blessed.
In terms of the actual fight, I think a lot of people assumed you would have the grappling advantage in there, and I'm sure you wanted to secure the finish, but is that how you expected the fight to play out for those 15 minutes?
Yeah, I knew he was going to be tough. A lot of people think it was an easy fight, but it wasn't. They don't know him. Anybody that goes back and watch tape of him, he's a very skilled opponent, very experienced. 25 wins, 11 losses. That's a lot of experience. Way more than me. So I was ready to put it on him for 3 rounds. I think I was able to show a lot of people how I react on the third round. I'm still strong and powerful. Um, as well as the first, I'm able to show. In a way, I'm glad that it went 3 rounds because now I'm able to show the people that I'm able to go 3 rounds because when I lost, I went 3 rounds. So now I'm more experienced and more calm on these situations.
And obviously, like entering all of your fights, you're going to get a lot of people talk, like your opponents are going to say these things about you. At media day, obviously, you say, he's going to be the first one to kill you in the octagon. Do you like hearing that from your opponents because it'll drive more attention in the fights, or is it just kind of whatever for you at this point?
It's whatever, it just motivated me like, okay, we'll see. He said he was going to kill my career, so I wasn't going to let that happen. I just took it as motivation, like, okay. And I have nothing but respect towards anybody, not only that they step in with me, but everybody that steps out there because I know how much it takes to even make it to the cage.
In terms of fighting in the actual sphere, did it feel different in there, or when you were in the octagon, did it just feel like a normal UFC fight?
It felt like a normal UFC fight. Actually, it felt the calmest UFC fight. UFC fight for me that I was able to experience. I was so calm in there. I saw everything coming. Um, Maybe because I'm more experienced now. Everything felt so calm, so relaxed, and I do want to go back out there and see what it looks like because I was so locked in that I really don't remember. I can't say a comment about how it looks out there because I don't remember. I was just so locked in.
What's it like hearing a Chiwiwi's chant during the fight?
Oh, it was amazing. It's all the people that have my back that are with me. I appreciate all the support from them, all the love. So, it just gets me more excited, and I'm grateful that I was able to put on the show. I wish there would have been more exchange, but like there was for the first or second round, we got into it a little bit, but this camp I overcame a lot of adversity, um, a lot of injuries. My hand is messed up, my right hand. Uh, Before the fight, the camp, I almost decided to pull out, but I couldn't. It was such a special event. I wanted to make history. So my hand is messed up. My foot. I wasn't 100% in there, but I'm not trying to put excuse, but I'm just, I'm saying that I'm grateful to God that He was able to help me get through this adversity and come with the win.
Well, given that last one for me, given the hand injury, are you hoping to get some time off to heal it? You want to get back in there? And I know you said you wanted to talk to Dana, talk top 10 opponents and everything. So what do you want next for your career?
I do want to get back in there as soon as possible, but first I want to get my injury solved because I hate pulling out of fights. So before even taking the next fight, I want to make sure my hand is okay, my foot is okay, my whole body's okay, and I can start camp for whoever's next.
Hey, Raul, over here, straight in the back.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations. Raul, he's known for being a bit of a slugger. If I may say so, your face doesn't look like you've been in a 3-round fight with a guy like him. How proud are you of your defense out there on the feet as you've grown in your career?
I'm proud because I was able to stay out there, relaxed, calm, and that's what helped me see everything coming. You know, y'all saw him throwing some overhands and getting off balance because I was out of the way when he threw that. So I'm glad I was to move out of the way. He did have some power. He landed only one punch, one clean punch, but it was on my glove, so I was able to feel his power. He did have some power on his hands, and it just kept me aware.
You know, having a lot of this attention at a young age would be a lot for anybody, but if I may say so, these last couple fights, you've really come into your own. It seems like you're really embracing it and riding with it, the chihuihuas and everything. What have you learned about yourself as you've done more and more of these public appearances and talking more with the fans and the people in public?
Um, you know, every time I look at my life, I'm thankful, like, for everything that I have. Like I said, I'm just 19 years old. You know, I'm about to be 20, but being able to provide for my family, being able to rock this nice clothes, being able to have all these nice stuff, all these people around me that support me, I learned to embrace everything, and not shy away from it. So I just appreciate the love and support that I get at this age and from all the fans and all the people.
How does a 19-year-old celebrate their victory in Las Vegas?
I just go back to my family because not only is it a victory for me, it's a victory for them. It takes a whole team, I'm the face of it, but everybody on my team works so hard. They all make so many sacrifices. So right now we just go back, watch the fight, talk about it because all my family is fighters except my mom. So my brother Kevin Roses is up next on Fury. So back on Monday, we're back adjusting details and getting him ready for the next fight. So with that being said, next time I am on this stage, another fight, hopefully it will be with my brothers on the same card as well. So I'm excited to go back to the drawing board, help them reach the UFC, and all of us take over the UFC together.
Congrats.
Roll over here, straight ahead. Right here. What has been the biggest thing you've learned from you were a 17-year-old at the Apex to now as a 19-year-old inside the Sphere?
That I can overcome a lot of adversity. It does get rough, it does get hard sometimes, but I look at the big picture and motivate myself. So, I've learned what I'm capable of, a lot of things that I've done, and, I didn't know I was really that capable of overcoming those type of things in life. So I've learned so much for myself, and I know that I always trust myself, my skill set, my talent, and I'm just grateful for all of it.
And you got the chance to open up a historic Sphere card, but I know you were this close to being able to fight in front of the Mexican fans, and you couldn't, unfortunately. Is that something still on your bucket list to do inside your UFC career?
Yeah, that's always been the dream to fight in Mexico City. So that's still on my bucket list. Hopefully it'll come true next year, but I know God has a plan for me. I know God's plans are greater than mine. So I know God has a plan for me to return to Mexico City, put on a show. It could be for the title, so you never know. But I know that I'll be back and performing for them one time.
Last one for me. How have these past 2 years been like for you, just as a young adult in the fight game? We're both the same age, but I also want to get your point of view. You're the one making the walk in front of thousands of people and millions of people watching around the world.
So what was the question? Sorry.
How is this like dealing with all this pressure, just like
Oh,
young adult?
I feel no pressure. I just embrace all of it, and I'm grateful that I'm able to make the walk with my father, my brothers, share this moment with them. To me, it's the same thing, stepping in the cage, fighting another guy my weight, my size. So I just embrace all of it. I feel no pressure, so turn the pressure up.
You, right here, sorry, in the middle. You spoke about some injuries you had in your camp. Did that affect your game plan as far as maybe being a little more hesitant and some takedowns early on in the fight?
No, it did make it hard for my training camp a little bit. Um, you know, I couldn't really train to the fullest on for a while until it started getting better and better. I invested a lot of time this camp on therapy, physical therapy, going on appointments, and paying for physical therapy for my hand and my injuries. But I'm grateful that I was able to overcome that, and it shows me that no matter what, just believe in God. And I pray to God every single day that help me get to the fight. And it didn't hurt as much in there, but I feel like that's why I was hesitant on the feet to even throw the right hand. I didn't want to get it more hurt. Uh, but yeah, even on Contender Series, like I remember on Sunday, I went to sleep and I had like a vein knot, I think, because I looked it up on Google what it was. I had a big ball on my neck. And then the next day when I woke up, I couldn't even turn my head. And I was like, damn, I might have to pull out of Contender Series. But I prayed to God to just help me, like, make it to the fight. And, like, when I woke up, I prayed all night. And when I woke up the next day, it was gone. So, like I said, I just keep praying, and God helps me get through all this adversity.
All right, last one for me. You did call out Dana for a bonus for this fight. If you had to say one thing to him, what would you say to convince him to get you that bonus about your performance?
I got all these people in the arena to show up early, I feel like that was part of the strategy, so I feel like I deserve it.
Hola Raúl, en español para el diario AS de España. ¿Qué significa para ti que sea un mexicano el que se lleve la victoria por primera vez aquí en la Esfera, en la primera presentación de la UFC?
Significa mucho para mí, la verdad. La verdad que estoy nada más que agradecido con Dios. Mírame, tengo 19 años, fui el primer peleador en abrir una cartelera tan especial, el primer peleador que me alza la mano adentro de la esfera con solo 19 años. Entonces esta pelea va para todos los niños de México también, enseñarles que sí se puede, que lo único que necesitan es creer en ustedes mismos, creer en Dios y todo es posible. Nada es imposible en lo que quieran hacer en la vida. Mírenme a mí, tengo 19 años. Tengo todo lo que quiero y sigo trabajando, pero todo esto lo tengo por trabajo duro, entonces síganle echando ganas.
Y la última, Dana White decía al inicio que es un orgullo que le digan a uno que pelea como un mexicano. Para ti, ¿qué significa ser mexicano hoy en esta fiesta patria?
Significa mucho, la verdad. Estoy muy agradecido que puedo salir a representar la bandera mexicana, ponerla en alto, porque la verdad que es una bendición para mí. La verdad que yo sé que todos esta noche van a poner la bandera en alto, entonces estoy agradecido que yo pude poner el comienzo de esta cartelera.